Hey everyone, welcome to Money Wire Work. Today I'm going to be going over my S&P callouts since this channel has started, and then we're just going to get into some technical analysis of the S&P 500 and where I think it's going to go. So I color coded everything to just make it easy for you. I have these dates here, so we're just going to go through them really quick and then we'll get into the technical analysis. So on July 28th, which is this day right here, the yellow arrow, I said that an uptrend on the S&P 500 was going to continue. Now, when the S&P 500 or any stock is in a downtrend, you got to be cautious about any time that you're calling out a continuation of the upside. And the inverse is the same too, right? If the S&P 500 is going up and you're having lower lows or a breather, you got to be careful about calling out a continuation of those. But I felt pretty good about that given where this resistance line was and given how the price action kind of just blew right through the 50 moving average, and it had a pretty high amount of volume going up to the 100-day and 200-day moving average. And so I said it either is going to bounce off of one of those or bounce through, hit the resistance line and come back down. So sure enough, now that we're looking back into the past, it's been a couple months since then, we definitely went through all of the simple moving averages. We got pretty close to hitting this resistance line. Depending on how you draw it up, you could say it hit that resistance. Moving on to the next call out that I did so far in my channel for the S&P 500 was on, I believe it was actually the 13th, this line right here. So my arrow is a little bit off. I wrote in my thumbnail for the video, I wrote that you should short the market now, or I wrote that I believe I should short the market now. I'm not going to tell you what to do or anyone else what to do with their money or their technical analysis or their trading strategy. But I felt it was safe for me to start shorting the market, and sure enough, that's what I did. I opened positions on SQQQ. And I believe I opened a short position on the S&P 500, and I was very vocal about saying that I believe new lower lows were going to come through. And if you look, this was the previous low right here back in June 17th. You had a lot of people calling that the rally was going to continuing because the Fed was going to start to change their sentiment, yada yada yada, everything you hear according to the bull analysis. Now, sure enough, we did actually hit two lowers. So on the 30th and then also October 13th, we hit another. So again, you can go back and look at my video, but that is what I said. And in the thumbnail, I said short the market now. So also on the 6th of October, I made another video saying that I believe the stock market, the S&P 500 bear sentiment was going to continue and that the downtrend was going to continue. But I said while that occurs, there's going to be many bull rallies and bull traps. I called this out as a bull trap. Now it's very much looking like this is in fact indeed a bull trap, but things could change. But as of now, this video stands pretty good against the test of time. I said you can have the SQQQ positions open or shorting the S&P 500. You have those shorts open while you also have TQQQ and take advantage of those upsides. So that's what I have so far on my callouts. If we're just gonna take a look at the S&P 500 right now, since it's been a couple days since I did my last technical analysis, let's pull up the Heikin-Ashi candles here. Now you can see, according to the Heikin-Ashi candles, we have a strong downtrend. We have three strong Heikin-Ashi candles going down. As far as the Bjorgum EMA clouds, we have the blue cloud basically getting eliminated, and we're now forming almost 100% of a red cloud. So those are two checks for a downturn, okay? Now, on the TSI, which is an oscillator that works very well with the Bjorgum cloud, it is now pretty clear that this is red, and we have a bearish divergence as well, because the price action higher high right here, and then a higher high right here while the TSI was going down. So that oscillator is also a check for a bear momentum in the short term. And as well, if I once again bring up the RSI, which is what I did in my previous video, I said how I love how the RSI works against a simple moving average. I think it's one of the most underrated things. Everyone puts on an RSI, or most people put on an RSI, and they get rid of that simple moving average. I love using it with the simple moving average. Reason why is because we have support came up. Now there's a resistance, and if you see the SMA line on the RSI is now pointed down. So when you have an RSI, or when you have a simple moving average both on your chart but also on an oscillator, you want to look for example, the simple moving average to be pointed down if you want to go short, and you want it to be pointed up if you're looking to go long. Now this is a huge downturn on the RSI. We're going to look for a breather on the reverse end, right? So we're going to look for a short-term little mini rally before we continue down. That most likely is going to reflect in the TSI as well. So you might see another little green line here, and you might see on the Heikinashi candles, you might see reflection, but keep in mind the Heikinashi candles are supposed to kind of smooth out those little rallies or little turn points in the overall direction. But if we bring up these candles here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty solid days of volatility to the downside. So we're going to be looking for a little bit of a rally. I could see this rallying within the next couple of days here, probably even tomorrow, just because of how many down days we've had. But we're also looking at this floor here at about 373.97, so we could bounce up, and then we're looking for the upside here, and on that upside is when we're going to be looking to add to our short position. So you can originally have your small amount open on the short, then it comes down. As it comes back down and then gets rejected either off of a simple moving average or off of a trend line, whatever your strategy is, that rejection is when you want to start adding to your current position. Okay, so with that said, I like all the subscribers, comments, likes. If you enjoy my content, please like and comment, hit the notification bell. It really helps the YouTube algorithm if you just like and interact with the channel. So I really appreciate it. If you comment, I will respond. With that said, I'll see you next time. Thank you.